Welcome back, it's Dr. Somji.
And Dr. Solomon.
Today we're going to be talking about a brand that a lot of you probably know, Eucerin, from local pharmacies or even local skincare shops. They're a little bit more medical in their focus and they're designed to not be deconstructed skincare but putting all the necessary ingredients together to treat a condition. This is a cream that's supposed to be used at night time. Is the Hyaluronic Acid filler. So it's in this nice container. Let's have a look and let's see how it feels for you.
Okay,
So just remember, this is hyaluronic acid. So hyaluronic acid is designed to help with moisture. So if you've got very dry skin or compromised skin barrier, using this in the nighttime is really, really good. If you're also using a retinol, you may want to layer this up over the top to help with the skin barrier and also reduce irritation.
Yeah, it certainly has a thick feel to it.
Yeah.
Very hydrating. I noticed also a bit perfumed, which I believe there is
yeah, I mean, it's last on the list there. So it's probably at a very low concentration.
It's certainly noticeable.
But certainly noticeable. Again, if you've got very sensitive skin or inflammatory skin, avoiding products with perfume is really important because you might not notice the sensitivity early on. When I say early on, even within the first 6 months of a year, but repeated exposure to perfumed products can create a storm in your skin.
Yeah, and I question the need for a perfume and then a night product.
It's got some good things for the skin barrier. So you've got glycerin, cetearyl alcohol. So these are really like similar things that you find in like Cetaphil, Cetaphil product. You've also got pentylene glycol in there. So great things. You've got argan oil, which is great for the skin. I mean, it's whenever you take a trip to Morocco to the Atlas Mountains. Yeah. So, and we've got some good extracts, sodium hyaluronate in there.
So really important, and the reason why this particular cream is particularly good because it combines two functions in one. So the hyaluronic acid is a water absorber, so it draws water into it. Now without that barrier layer that also has integrated into it, you would end up sapping the skin of water.
Yeah.
So the water would go in one direction and be absorbed by the hyaluronic acid molecules and potentially dehydrate the skin. Hyaluronic acid is good. It's essentially a water absorber or a humectant. But what we want is also a barrier, and this provides that barrier. The glycerine is there.
There's also vitamin E.
Yeah, the vitamin E as well. So that's what gives it that thickness as well. And so you're sealing in the moisture and locking it in, particularly useful at night.
It spreads nicely.
Yeah.
But the reason why it spreads nicely is there's also silicone in here.
Yeah.
If you layer upon layer silicone, that's going to break you out eventually. And also silicone is really bad for the environment, so it'll affect aquatic animals and things. It builds up into the oceans, which is terrible. So we really need to stop doing that because there's plenty of other fatty acids that you can use to help products glide. The only other thing that I would really say is that I'm not a fan of these type of containers, mainly because it's not hygienic. I understand the need for a jar at night, but you've got like little push buttons now that preserve the contents are air jars. Rather than air pumps. You've got air jars, which can really be used. So if you want that slightly more luxury feel for nighttime, that's probably a better way of making sure that the actives within the skincare remain sterile, but also effective.
Well, we must factor in the costs as well. Creating an air jar is more expensive.
I know the costs, and they're a lot. If you've got any other specific products that you want us to talk about, just let us know in the comments below. Click that link, that bell, and subscribe. You'll know about all the latest videos that we're releasing.